Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay, yesterday we had a really inspiring day when we read Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening for the first time, and we really got into it, and we read it 3 times, and we really developed our understanding. I think we really enjoyed that poem. I see a lot of agreement. So today we're going to see our big question and attack our claim, but before we do that, I wanted to give us a refresher and read it again and make sure we really remember. So refresher on the vocabulary that I taught you. Look up here. We talked about that this poem involves the speaker, the person in the poem, being in a horse-drawn carriage. So this is the carriage, this is what the horse looks like when they pull the carriage, and then the section that attaches the carriage to the horse, these sticks and ropes, and the part on the horse's head is called the harness. And we saw the word harness in the poem, where the horse gave his harness a shake. And the other word that I taught you was, or the phrase that I taught you was downy flake. The flake is snowflakes, right? And I told you that the word downy means soft. So when the speaker refers to downy flakes, he's referring to soft or gentle snowflakes that are falling. Remember that? Okay, so to keep our memory really sharp, I want to read the poem one more time to make sure we remember it. So when I say go,
Not yet.
when I say go,
But not yet.
I'd like you to pick up the poem and read it either silently or whispery to yourself, the whole thing, just to refresh your memory. Go. Naya and Gianni both popped their heads right up to keep track of him when they were done. Mujahid did. It makes me feel warm and cozy inside just to listen to you guys reading this poem. So I want you to think now about what's happening in this poem. Yesterday we decided it was a who did what poem, a poem that told a little story, not an all about poem. So my question for you, just to refresh our memory, is what's happening in this poem? Just think, because I'm going to have you tell a partner. Think about it. Just think. What's happening in the poem? Get ready to tell your partner.
See Witness thinking really hard about it.
Everybody has somebody right next to them. You boys can partner together. And Carmen, when I say go, I want you to scoot your body up and talk to Talia. Okay. Okay, so you're telling your partner just quickly what's happening in the poem. Go. And Jamie, can you add what happens at the very end?
And he has to go up a mile before he
He's saying he's tired.
Because
That's your fault.
of course,
What is the poem?
it says a mile to go home. A mile to go
So what happens at the end?
Yeah, Jane, you know what I noticed you doing? I noticed you taking your own thoughts. Because what you're saying, you need to go by what the poem is saying, not just what you're saying. Because you have some of the poem, but then you have some of your own thoughts in there.
So pretty much he's not asleep yet because he has to look.
Okay, coming back together in in 2. And 1. And let's do a color change up for Gianni, for Talia, for Malachi, because they were the first people I noticed that got back in Scala Ready, although I know there were other friends. Pick up your clipboard and just move the top page by flipping it Don't take it off though. Just kind of flip the top page so you can see what the second page says. Yep, see like Talia did?
You know that.
Yep.
Should look like this.
It's not hard. Just
So
flip that so you can see what the second page says.
You make the second page.
Okay. So, what, sweetie? You want to know if you can read it? All right. Go ahead.
How does the speaker of this poem feel about beginning and the words being and the words use details from the text to support it?
Okay. I want you to think now about what this question is asking you. We're not writing anything yet. Just what is the question asking you? Can you put it in your own words? Get ready to tell your partner. What's it asking us about? Can you put it in your own words? I see Malachi thinking. I see Lenny Angie showing good discipline and integrity by not even holding onto her pencil right now as she thinks. What's it asking us? Turn and talk to your partner.
I think it's actually.
You know what? I want you to stand here.
I think it's actually.
What if the speaker has an equal feeling of
So I think he feels the horse and him feel pretty sleepy and the horse feels really scared and feels about going to the
how he feels about being in the woods, about
I think it's just
Coming back together
and
four.
good feeling.
In three. In two. Ooh, Jade's already there. In one. I love seeing all your beautiful faces with the beautiful bubbles and the shining eyes. It's a really wonderful class.
Oh, I know.
It's so wonderful. I can't even decide who to move up to blue, so I'll just give you a class-wide compliment.
Yep.
Can we count that on the compliment tracker? Okay, great. So, Gianni, track Gianni. Can you tell us what the question is asking, sweetie?
The question is asking us how does the speaker in the poem feels about being in the woods?
So the most important word, we have to figure out how he what? Feels, right. We want to write about how he feels. And Talia, track Talia. I heard you talking about how we might turn this around when we go ahead and write our claim later. What might the beginning sound like?
The beginning might sound like the speaker of this poem feels blank about being in the woods.
Yeah, the speaker of this poem feels blah, 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 blah about being in the woods, and that's where you'll put your thought that you figure out from reading. So, track up here, let me teach you how we're going to figure this out. So you really need to put your pencil away right now.
All pencils should be back under the clip.
Either
Just
put your
like
clipboard
Gianni's.
down or fold your hands on top of it, whatever's gonna help you concentrate. Jaden looks ready, Denia looks ready. Because right now I'm only gonna teach you for like 1 or 2 minutes, but what I'm gonna teach you is important that you hear it. Because I'm gonna teach you how to answer this question. So I'm gonna teach you now how to figure out how the speaker feels. So you guys already know that the speaker is the person whose voice is telling the poem. So is the speaker in this poem the horse?
No.
Is the speaker Miss Casson?
No.
Okay, silent hand. Who's the speaker? Lenny Angie?
I think the speaker is the author and the character because the character is also saying what he's doing.
Tell me a little something about the character. The character is who?
The character, what do you mean by
Like, is like the character in the poem like a pop star?
No.
Okay, so tell me a little something about the character in the
The
poem.
character, I think, he's adventurous because he goes out in the woods and and I think he really wants to look at snow, and I noticed that he really likes feeling the snow because it's downy soft.
Great, okay. So we already know a little something about the character or the speaker, sit up Jaden, that it's a person in the woods who enjoys being there. You want to add something, Denia? Go ahead.
I wanna a little disagree with you, Lenny, but I wanna build what you said.
Yep.
I think the speaker is the person who the person whose voice tells the poem.
Yeah, you're right. And like some people thought it was a man in this poem, but it doesn't actually say if it's a man or a woman. So the picture I showed you was a man, but that doesn't mean this poem has a man. It could be a woman, but we know it's a person on a horse who's in the what?
Woods.
Okay, great. So the speaker is the person whose voice tells the poem. And if we want to figure out how the speaker feels, we want to notice the describing words that the speaker uses. Because if the speaker uses describing words that sound positive, then we know that they feel positively. So if I see words in the poem like beautiful or gentle, those words tell me, they clue me in that the author or the speaker feels positively. But if I see negative words, like negative describing words like ugly or mean, those words give me a clue that the speaker feels negatively. So I'm gonna write those here right now on the chart, and while I'm writing, I want you to think, what are some other describing words that would give us a hint that the speaker feels positively, or give us a hint that the speaker feels negatively? Please think silently while I write my example. They don't have to be from the poem, they
Oh,
can
they
be
don't?
from anything. Okay, silent hand if you think you have one. What's another word a describing word that would give us a positive hint or a negative hint about the speaker's feelings? Widna.
I figured one which was nice.
Nice. Would that be a positive clue or a negative clue?
A positive clue.
Yeah, if the speaker calls something nice, they probably like it. You're not going to call something nice if you don't even like it. Who's got another word that might give us a hint? Mujahid. Amazing. Is that a positive or a negative word?
Positive.
If the speaker calls something amazing, can somebody give us a negative one? If the speaker uses this word, they probably feel negatively. Amanye. Disgusting. I don't know about you, but when I call something disgusting, I don't like it. You know what I think is nice, amazing, and beautiful? Popcorn. We already discussed this morning, but I really love popcorn. Okay, let's get one more negative word, and then I think we can move on. Talia?
Jealous.
That's a negative trait, right? It's not good to be jealous. So if the speaker describes someone as jealous, they probably don't like that person. That was really smart. So let me show you how I would do this in a poem, and then we'll try in the poem we've been reading. So this is a different little poem that I want to figure out how the speaker feels. It's called The Coming Rain. How beautiful is the rain. After the dust and heat, in the wide, hot street, how beautiful is the rain. So if I was trying to figure out how does the speaker feel about the subject, in this case, the rain, I want to look for like clue words. Does he feel positively? Does he feel negatively? I think people are noticing some clue words in here. So in a moment, you put your hands down. I'm going to ask you to talk to your partner about what clue words you see and how you think the speaker feels based on those clues. So you might say, I noticed the word dust, and that tells me the speaker feels blah, blah, blah. But that's wrong, don't do that. Okay, you ready? Okay, talk to your partner.
Because it says a positive word in there. It says beautiful and it says sometimes beautiful and it says something. It seems like a positive word after the dust and the wind, hot and street. How beautiful is the rain?
I wouldn't do it. I would kill it because it has beautiful words. You can tell about it.
In two, in one, and scholar ready. Widna, I'm really impressed with you because every time I look at you, your back is just straight, your eyes are just shining. You really look scholar ready. So I want to challenge you to put this in a